Many types of media over the past decade really want to make people think and question about their morals about certain shows. One piece of media that really stands out as a big contender for one of these though is Attack on Titan. With the final part set to come out in October, Attack on Titan has been one of the biggest animes of the past decade. But its fourth season tries to make people think harder than the last seasons, involving who is right and who is wrong. But this event spawns an ethical dilemma for all groups. Today, we will discuss the moral dilemma that Attack on Titan presents. Looking at Attack on Titan from the stance of someone who's been watching since the last 3 seasons has a very biased output, with them being so accustomed to the Survey Corps and Paradise Island. During the Marley arc, they will most likely be rooting for Paradise in the long run, but when we take time to fully dive into what's going on during these scenes, it gets very blurry. When Eren bursts out of stage during episode 64, he kills not only Wilby Tyver, but a lot of diplomats and citizens. Some are even children in Eldian, just like him. Mikasa even tells him that what he did cannot be undone, but Eren just pushes it off as the Warhammer Titan starts to get up. This raises many questions, the biggest one being who do you cheer for in this situation? The Survey Corps would seem like the most reasonable option, but Eren just started killing people at random. Plus we see Jean shoot at Falco trying to protect Peak. Even though he freezes up for a second, he still launches a Thunder Spear at Falco. We even see an earlier conversation between Jean and Flock, with Flock calling everyone in Marley enemies, much to Jean's discretion. At the same time, though, we know everything that Marley has done to our characters, knowing the Titans they've sent and what Reiner and Berthold have done. Plus, in the next episode, we went into Sasha being murdered by Gabby, causing a lot of fans to hate her instantly right off the bat. All these things coming together propose a dilemma of ethical choices and who is in the right and who is in the wrong. Gabby, in our eyes, is clearly in the wrong for killing Sasha, but in her eyes, that's far from the truth. Gabby witnessed Sasha killing people she was just trying to talk to and seeing her friends dying in front of her. Of course, she would want to get revenge, making her actions justifiable, but for Paradis, this is the opposite of what they feel as you watch them charge at Gabby and Falco and beat them up. Both sides are morally incorrect with their actions, with Sasha being murdered and the Survey Corps beating up literal kids. Going back an episode or two, we see Armin ride in a small raft and transform into Colossal Titan, wiping out Marley's fleet but simultaneously causing destruction and chaos to the people who lived on the port of Liberia. Armin, however, understands what he's doing is wrong, but at the same time, what he has committed cannot be undone. With all of this stuff piling on the Marley, it would seem like they're in the clear for everything they're doing, but at the same time, it's still blurred because both sides are very incorrect still. There is no set answer on who can be right or who can be wrong in this situation, as all sides have their own different opinions and different takes on what is happening. No matter what happens, no one is going to be right. This is especially clear as we move on to the second part of the season. With the war on Paradis going on with Marley and the Survey Corps fighting in Shiganshina, Eren decides this is the best time for him to make his move with Zeke and activate the Founding Titan. The Survey Corps is trying their best to protect Eren from dying so he can make it to Zeke. When he does make it to Zeke, instead of going through with his sterilization plan, he starts a full-scale rumbling using the Wall Titans. Even though this might seem like a good thing at first, Armin and Mikasa soon realize that Eren isn't going to stop at Marley. At the same time this is happening, Gabby realizes that all the hate she had for Paradis and the Island Devils was forced onto her by the government to control her and to basically, in a way, manipulate her into wanting to become the Armored Titan. She also sees that they're just like ordinary people, like Nile Dog, who returns Falco to them, stating this is no place for a kid. The fight between the Jaegers and the Alliance occurs throughout episodes 85 and 86. During this battle, we're also reintroduced to the characters we've seen in the series back in Season 1, that being Daz and Samuel. Armin and Connie convince them to help, stating that they got permission from Flock to set up the boat and to not blow it up, but that is quickly overturned as commotion is heard, causing a scuffle between them. This all results in Armin being shot by Samuel as he tries to convince them not to blow up the ship. This sends Connie to tackle Samuel and take his gun. The entire situation results in the death of Samuel and Daz, both being shot by Connie. Samuel says something that really hits Connie. Connie fires back, before shooting Daz and Samuel. Looking past the incredible ODM scenes and Falco's first transformation, this is where it's really shown that everyone is friends. Daz and Samuel trained with Connie and Armin way back in the beginning of the series. We even see Daz after the breach of trust saying that he doesn't want to do it anymore and he just wants to go home. Everyone here is friends as they have all interacted with each other. You can even see some of the Jaegers freeze up as they don't want to kill their fellow Eldians, but at what cost? Everyone here has their own ideas of what they want to see happen. But is it really worth killing all your friends for that idea? For the viewer, they probably forgot about Daz and Samuel since they were never such a big part of the series, but the characters in the show have deep connections with them. You can see Connie crying as he doesn't want to kill anyone. He just wants people to get along, and so there's no more violence. You hear a flashback of Berthold saying, this shows the connection of the characters by drawing parallels to how Reiner felt during his time at a survey corps and relaying it back to Connie shooting Daz and Samuel. Looking at these episodes, you see a word thrown around a lot, that being traitor. Looking at the term from the viewer's perspective, the traitors would seem to be Flock and his gang. On the other side, the Alliance are the ones betraying Eldia because they teamed up with the enemy to stop Eren. Zooming back out to look at the larger picture, everyone is betraying each other. The one sort of a happy group has been split up in so many ways, it's even hard to see the line that's between each of them. Again, we are in the same situation that we were during the first arc of Season 4, but this time, we have a team that would be most reasonable to cheer for. With the Alliance going to stop Eren, it would most likely seem as the right choice. The Jaegerists in general has set up a dictatorship on Paradis, and is currently murdering everyone who speaks against it, which, in sense of governments and stuff, is not good. This shows that the Alliance has the upper hand at winning people over and the world. Moving from that, let's talk about our main character, Eren Jaeger. Certified crybaby to handsome man with a bun, he has a perfect character arc all around. Looking at him starting the rumbling, it may seem like a bad option at first, but have we really looked into why he's doing it? All his life, he's been trapped behind these walls, and when he finally got out of them, he realized that there's just more enemies out there waiting to kill him and his friends. Plus, seeing the future from kissing Historia's hand has really probably taken a toll on his mental health. You can see Eren in Season 4 being more snappy and demanding. Plus, he's more of just an asshole in general to his friends. But he's doing it to protect his friends, so that he dies and his rumbling fails, his friends would just remember how much of an asshole he was and just forget about him. But, as we soon find out, that's not what he really wants. Going back to the rumbling, in his eyes and many others, he has all the right to destroy the world, but morally speaking, genocide wouldn't be the way to go for obvious reasons. Armin tries to tell him during episode 88 that what he's done with the rumbling is more than enough and that he can stop, and that Paradis would be safe for hundreds of years, trying to save what's left of humanity, just barely, but Eren has to keep moving forward through wiping out most of his enemies. Episode 88, though, really shows the damage that the rumbling is doing to people. The episode starts off by showing Ramsey and Holly trying to escape the rumbling, but failing due to them dropping their money purse. In this scene, you can see Eren apologizing to Ramsey about what he'll do in the upcoming years. With Eren, he thinks he's finally achieved true freedom. Seeing the corpses below the steam of wall titans, he declares his freedom. In a sense, he is free, but at the same time, he's killed so many to get it, causing panic with his message and eventually causing the death of 80% of the population. All Eren wanted to do was to protect his friends, but as we saw, there were many more ethical approaches to it, but they just couldn't come up with the right idea for the right time. But he didn't want to hurt the people that he knew so that they could stay safe. So the next best option, everyone else. So I had the ending scripted, but I'm just gonna go off and stuff. I'm very biased. I have a biased opinion. I don't think Eren's in the right, but I get why he's doing it. I totally fully believe of the Alliance stopping him, but I don't believe in them killing him if it does get to that point. I have not read the manga, so don't spoil it. Even though I do know some of what will happen, don't spoil it for everyone else. But in the general senses, everyone is wrong. No matter if you're good, bad, neutral. Something that you do is good is always going to be bad for other people, and vice versa for everyone else. So, in a clear sense of Attack on Titan, there isn't really a middle ground for everything, and it really just gives a very mixed answer for everything. But I feel like the series really wants you to think about the people in it as actual people and not just like random characters, so it actually gets you to think and stuff. And I think Ishiyama really does a good job at this and really makes this series one of the best of the generation. And with that, thank you so much.